Hello and welcome back. I am basically Hawkins, and today I'm going to be talking about the second week of card releases that have been put out on the One Piece card game Twitter account. But before I do that, actually we have some very exciting news. We finally have a date for the English card game Super Prerelease, the sort of mini event where they do a small soft opening of the card game, a little mini tournament, a little giving us, you can order boxes, but there's not going to be a large quantity. So definitely that's going to be something that you're going to want to go out and find at various, friendly local gaming stores. I already have a store that I know is going to be doing it, so I'm very excited that I get to be participating in that because the supplies are going to be probably very limited. I remember when the One Piece card game started, they did a pre-release that had a really good turnout, and the stock flied off the shelf. Prices for things soared in that moment because there was such a limited quantity, and people really wanted to play the physical game. So make sure to find out where in your local area you're able to do the pre-release, which is going to be the week of September 30th. So stores have some flexibility with what day specifically they want to do the tournament, but it's going to be the week of September 30th, which is a Friday. They probably have till the following Thursday to do a tournament, or maybe even two. I think the option is to do 2 8-player tournaments, which they could probably get away with just doing 1 16-player tournament if they really wanted to, depending on turnout. But yeah, so that's the week as of now. If Digimon has told me anything, it's that, these dates are not set in stone and can be changed almost to the last minute within weeks of that date. So set your calendars for September 30th. Hope that it doesn't get changed. Hope that there aren't shipping supply issues and all that. But yeah, so we actually have a date for the English card game to be released. Well, pre-released. I think the actual proper release looks like it's going to be somewhere around December, which once again will probably be pushed to maybe January or February, which is exactly what happened with Digimon. Although that was during COVID at its peak, so maybe, but when you're dealing with Bandai card games, you learn not to be optimistic about dates. Basically, every time they give you a date for something, you go, oh, okay, so it's going to be 2 months after that. And besides that, let's get into the card releases that have been in this previous week. I'll start off by saying I'm disappointed. I was hoping that we'd get at least one new card, with information on it. We got some arts, but all of the starter deck cards and cards with text we've already seen them before. If you've been paying attention, they've already been shown in various formats, but I haven't talked about them, as official releases, so I'll do that now. First off, we have the Kaido leader card for the Beast Pirates starter deck, the purple starter deck. What we're going to learn is that, these different colors have different mechanics. Sort of the way they're using Dawn and interacting with Dawn is going to be very different, as we'll learn. Much like Digimon, purple tends to be the, hurt yourself to hurt your enemy deck, and it looks like that's going to be the same thing with One Piece here, starting with this Kaido, which has 5,000 life, or 5,000 damage, which is what the Luffy has, so I guess that's going to be probably pretty standard. He's got 5 life, which is the same as the Luffy leader has, and his effect is Dawn -7, which means literally you take 7 Dawn that are on your field and you put them back in your Dawn deck. So Dawn -7, and then you get to just get rid of one of your opponent's life cards. And that's once per turn. So that means that you basically are getting rid of a huge portion of your energy to take one of your opponent's life. I'm not sure how good of an effect that will be, and if you'll even be able to get it off more than once in your game. Because 7 Dawn, I mean, you could have 10 Dawn at most, so getting rid of 7, that's obviously going to be kind of a later game move, and you're just, you're really getting rid of a lot of your stuff just to get rid of 1 life. So I could see that being a good thing to do, like right at the end of a game, like right when you're about to win. You could get rid of a bunch of your Dawn, trash like their final life card, and then go in for the kill. But yeah, that Dawn subtraction mechanic is going to probably be very prevalent in the purple. The cut your nose to spite your face or whatever. I'm not good with metaphors. But yeah, the next day we had the Gecko Moria art released, which looks cool. I actually like Moria a lot. A lot of people don't like Moria, but I mean the shadow powers are really cool. I'm gonna go on record that Thriller Bark is probably one of my favorite arcs of One Piece. I'll probably get crap for that. I actually love it. I think it's got some of the best comedy, some of the best Straw Hat moments, a lot of the best interactions between them, and it introduces Brook, probably my favorite Straw Hat. But also, if there's one thing that we as a fandom started to take away from these releases with this Moria card, is that the red borders should not be taken seriously. People started going like, hey, wait a minute, these cards can't all be red. They don't fit in the same themes. So it's safe to assume that all of these art releases that we've gotten so far, we truly know nothing about, or even the color we don't know about. The very next day we got the Ulti official release, but we had seen Ulti before. I like Ulti a lot. I think she's got a fantastic design. This card, even though it is basically just an anime screenshot, I actually think it looks pretty good. It's certainly better than like the Hero Academia art, not to throw shade. But she's got some interesting effect, which is that on play, Dawn -1. So once again, you subtract a Dawn from your field, put it back in your deck. You can play a page 1 from your hand. Page 1 in the anime is Ulti's brother, her little brother that she's very protective of. So it stands to reason that bringing her out would also bring out a page 1. And she also has a counter effect, which is plus 2,000. And she's a 4-cost. I guess that's worth saying. She's a 4-cost, so you have to pay 4 Dawn to play her. And then when you play her, if you subtract a Dawn from your field, you get to play a page 1. Yeah, pretty good. She's got 5,000 attack. She seems pretty aggressive. Yeah, I like her. Then we got the Crocodile art. Yeah. This is when I started getting a little sour about the game, because I'm just like, okay, yes, Crocodile, cool. Everybody likes Crocodile. The art's cool, but like, I'd like some new cards now, please. So it looks good. I don't like being negative, but yeah, it looks good. I'll stay optimistic about it. It's a cool looking card. And then the next day we got Blast Breath, which is a 1-cost counter that has a Dawn -1. So you'd have to, on your opponent's turn, probably play the card, pay a Dawn cost, and then subtract a Dawn to use its counter ability, which is to give one of your leaders or character cards plus 4,000 for the turn. So it's a little more powerful of a counter than the guard point we saw in red, but it does have more of a cost because you've got to pay for it and subtract a Dawn, but it does give you a much stronger kick. The next day we got a very cool art, the Pacifistas. I don't think anybody was expecting those to be in this release. The Pacifistas, the Kuma line, and this is definitely a highlight art in my opinion. This one looks really cool. They look really ominous and really, soulless and dangerous. So I think they do a good job of capturing the menace that the Pacifistas represented, especially when they were first introduced in Shibaudi. That card looks really cool. We don't know anything about it. And then last night, this is definitely a bittersweet one because they were, according to the pattern, we should have gotten a new starter deck card with text. That's what we were all hoping for. And instead they gave us another art, just the art. But it is an awesome art. It is Kid. We know there's going to be a Kid leader card with one of the starter decks, but this is a Kid character card from probably, the booster set. And it's an awesome looking card. Honestly, it almost makes up for the fact that it's not a card with text or information. And Kid's an awesome character. A lot of people are super hype on Law. I think Kid might be my favorite of the two. We don't have to live in a world where we pick, but if I had to pick, I'd probably pick Kid. Maybe I'm just contrary like that because I know Law is super popular. But this art looks freaking awesome. Once again, this is like Digimon quality art. So yeah, I'm hyped about that. And that's all we've got today. I don't really have a lot to talk about with the releases we have. But we're getting closer. Day by day, we're getting an itty bitty tiny bit more information about this card game. Maybe someday soon we'll be able to do some proper playing. Maybe we'll have an actual full starter deck's worth of information. But for now, just like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and have a good one.